Afternoon, this is the latest video update on Tropical Storm Kai-Tak or Bagyong Helen, which is now exiting the island of Luzon, moving now into the South China Sea or the West Philippine Sea. It was last located approximately 80 kilometers north-northwest of Lawag City in Ilocos Norte. Maximum sustained winds are at 85 kilometers per hour with gusts of up to 120 kilometers per hour. The system is currently moving west-northwestward at a speed of 20 kilometers per hour, and as you can see in this latest visible image, the central dense overcast is now moving over water again after making landfall here in Cagayan. Earlier this morning, it crossed into the province of Cagayan, passing near Aparri, and then crossed into Ilocos Norte, passing near Pagudpud 3 hours ago, and it is now over water. The latest microwave image shows the system has suffered as expected after making landfall. You can see the core of the system here broken somewhat and fragmented. In terms of the core. Now compare that to the microwave image from early last night around 8 p.m. and you can see the system really intensified. It caught us off guard actually. We were forecasting a track towards Luzon Strait. We were not expecting a landfall, but this system has surprised us along with other agencies. Kudos to Pagasa actually for forecasting a landfall 24 hours out. But this was the microwave image from yesterday evening, and you can see the eye walls really trying to quickly organize. Some sort of an eye was trying to form here. The system moved slowly westward and meandered over the bay of Divilacan and the border of Cagayan and Isabela. Eventually it made landfall around 6 a.m. if I'm not mistaken, 6 a.m. Philippine time here in Cagayan province, and again moving east of Tuguegarao and then near Aparri, and then crossed into Ilocos Norte and now out to the sea. Now, as of 11 a.m. this morning, Pagasus put a ton of provinces under signal number 2 again in preparation for the impending landfall. Many provinces still remain, as you can see. As of 11 a.m. still have Kalinga, Cagayan, Payo, Isabela, Quirino, Northern Aurora, Nueva Vizcaya, Benguet, Batanes, Ifugao Province, Ilocos Sur, Apayao, Ilocos Norte, Abra, Babuyan, and Cagayan Group of Islands. So basically all of those areas under across Northern Luzon, and we also have provinces here under signal number 1, Nueva Ecija, Tarlac, Pangasinan, La Union, and the rest of Aurora. Down south here in Metro Manila, we also have a yellow warning issued as of 2:30 p.m. Due to the batch of heavy rains moving in from the west, basically embedded along the circulation of the system, large circulation of Kai-Tak. So expect heavy rains falling in the next few hours in this area, and also actually in the nearby provinces across central and southern Luzon. Now looking at the infrared image, you can see the central dense overcast of the system now moving into the open waters. It has suffered, as I said before, the cloud tops have really warmed compared to when the system was east of Luzon. We were seeing very cold cloud tops of around negative 80 degrees Celsius. Now we are only seeing our negative 60 degrees, so some warming seen here, but nevertheless the system still remains very strong and well organized in terms of the structure here based on the infrared image. And also we have some reports from the weather stations across Pagudpud and also Lawag reporting a minimum pressure around 986 millibars, so confirming what JM and JTWC are analyzing in terms of the intensity of the system. In terms of the winds, Lawag Airport has been reporting winds of around 40 to even 60 kilometers per hour in the past 4 hours. So some strong winds here, especially across northern Cagayan and the Ilocos Norte as the system moved through this morning. Now the infrared also shows the wide batch of the widespread convection emanating from the circulation of Kai-Tak, and we are also starting to see some hints of the Southwest Monsoon being enhanced by the system, particularly across the provinces here in Southern Luzon, even into Visayas and Palawan. Some rains there being reported around 50 to 100 millimeters across Mindoro and Masbate. So rains are beginning to impact much of the provinces here. And as Kai-Tak moves slowly to the northwest, we expect those Southwest Monsoon to continue impacting parts of Luzon, and as I said, will be overspreading into the Metro Manila area. Latest radar from Subic shows you the batch of widespread light moderate rains and even some heavy downpours. I've noted earlier yesterday of the possibility of tornadic activities embedded along these thunderstorms, and Pagas actually tweeted last night that there was a possible tornado that formed in the province of Zambales and moved through Bataan. It was never confirmed, but they were implying, based on radar data at that time, that there might be some rotation along those clouds. So just be aware of the possibilities, but nevertheless very heavy rains moving across the region throughout tonight and could possibly last into tomorrow. Showing you both the radar image from both Subic and Tagaytay. Again, seeing those rains moving in from the west, and also some widespread light to moderate rains moving into the provinces of Cavite, Laguna, Batangas, and also into Mindoro. So expect those rains to again continue in the next 24 to even 48 hours. This system continues to slowly enhance the Southwest Monsoon. Probably won't see the heavy rains that we've seen in the past week, but still those rains can have the possibility of bringing some widespread flooding and even landslides. Now, as for Visayas and Mindanao, they are actually seeing fair weather across Visayas. Only some isolated thunderstorms being picked up on radar, but in terms of widespread heavy rains, fortunately, we're not seeing in this part of the country. To Kai-Tak system, after it made landfall, it's certainly shook up the forecast tracks from agencies and even from us. But in terms of the general idea, we are still thinking the system will continue to move west-northwestward under the influence of this subtropical ridge, and perhaps may make landfall along the coast of Guangdong province and even actually near Hong Kong. Latest forecasts from the weather agencies across the region showing the track very near Hong Kong and Macau by as early as Thursday evening or by Friday morning, depending on the speed of the system. In terms of Hong Kong's observatory are actually hinting of the issuance of the standby signal number 1 later tonight as the system nears the area of responsibility of HKO. So expect those warnings to be hoisted up in the next few hours, and again continue to monitor HKO and CMA if you are in this region for the impending landfall of Kai-Tak in the next 48 hours. In terms of intensification, the system still has around 36 hours of movement over the warm waters here in the West Philippine Sea. Wind shear around 20 knots, so still some moderate wind shear, but with regards to the core of the system and how it quickly intensified yesterday, we would not be surprised if the system attains typhoon status in as early as tomorrow, even actually tonight. JTW is expecting the system as well to become a typhoon, and even expecting a peak intensity of around 150 kilometers before it makes landfall near Hong Kong by Thursday evening. The system will obviously weaken rapidly as it tracks across Guangdong and eventually cross into the province of Guangxi by Saturday morning. So just to recap, rains will still continue across Northern Luzon, Southwest Monsoon starting to be enhanced across Central and Southern Luzon as well. System is forecast to make landfall along the coast of Guangdong, perhaps very near Hong Kong by Thursday evening or Friday morning. So if you are in these regions, continue to please monitor the developments of the system, watch the news, or go to the web for the latest information on this storm. But that concludes the video update for today. You can check out these weather agencies' official weather bureaus, especially HKO and also Pagasa, for the latest signal warnings in your area. Stay safe, guys.